All right, so we're just gonna kind of go down the line and share some of our experiences. So, what's your name and where are you from?
So my name is Gaurav. I live in Berlin, and I've been here for last month.
Hi, my name is Nitin, and I live in US. And I've been here for last 1 month.
Hi, I'm Janvi. I'm from Brisbane, Australia. I am here since a month, just like them.
Hey, I'm Kishan. I live in New Delhi, and I've been spending time here for the last month.
And I'm Zach. I'm from US. I've been here for the last month as well. So, what do you think you're gonna take from this experience with you? Big question right up front.
A lot of swag, loads of it. A lot of, let's say, introspection which needs to now happen, especially with all the books that I have. A lot of redoing the whole thing kind of in my head a few times to kind of distill the thought process. But I think the primary thing I'm going to take with me from here is yoga's a lifestyle. It's not just asanas. That's the primary thing I'm going to take with me.
Well, I think the concept of karma yoga struck me the most. Like, I'll definitely work on that. It helps me to think less and do more. So are the asanas. I learned some good breathing and meditation practices, so that's a good takeaway.
Yeah, I've learned to be calm. I have learned to respect my body. I just feel like it's way more peaceful now than it was before a month.
So I came here to explore the kind of like practical part of Sankhya Yoga, and it helped me a lot actually. And it helped me to organize my thoughts. It helped me to basically I learned here the mental and the physical discipline. That was much needed, but like without practice, wisdom is nothing. So we have to implement it. That's what I learned. Thank you.
Yeah, and I mostly came to understand yoga and Eastern philosophy just more in general. I feel like it was kind of a blurry picture in my mind for a long time, so this definitely helped add some resolution to that. And kind of what Keisha was saying as well, really stress the importance of experiential understanding versus just the intellectual understanding. So I'm definitely going to take that as well. What was the most difficult part of the course?
No tea.
No tea.
No tea.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm a big tea person. I have 7 types of teas for all the entire day.
You didn't stay without
Those are secrets. You're not supposed to let other people know that. But I think just the initial, let's say, adjusting to the different lifestyle, not being used to an environment where having different people like such proximity, not having your own space really. That took a while to adjust. That initial shock was kind of hard, but you get over it.
Yeah.
And then it becomes kind of worth it.
I think discipline. Like we live in our own comfortable spaces, and the mind and body is so used to the comforts. Like if anyone else is imposing discipline on you, they look like enemies. So I would not say I followed with complete 100% discipline, but I tried to do my best, and I'm going to work on it a lot more.
I think you should skip me. I didn't find anything difficult as such.
Nothing.
Huh?
Nothing.
Nothing.
Not even food.
No,
Achar.
no,
Nothing.
no. The food was like, for the first week, it was just a bit onto me, as in it was not something I'm used to. But overall, it's something that I don't know. It was maybe the discipline or whatever, but it got into me, and I just stopped. I mean, I didn't realize when I stopped looking at what I'm eating. I could even mix things up, irrespective of the taste.
Oh well, for me, the most difficult part was like the first week when I felt sick, and it was really not a good experience because I was here to learn something, attend my classes and all the things. But probably it was okay later because I could recover quickly, um, and yeah, probably it was there to teach me something. Like, things are quite uncertain, and anything you do, there can be uncertainties, and you have to deal with that.
I think for me, maybe two things. The lack of sugar. The first week, I was definitely feeling the sugar withdrawal. And then the second, I think just that I live in a big city and am around kind of a bunch of strangers all the time. I live in New York City. So just being in a small community of like 30 people where everybody knows everybody knows everybody's business. It's just a different kind of adjustment for me. So maybe we can do one more kind of rapid fire question. What was your favorite lecture, and what is your favorite asana?
Okay, my favorite lecture would be the last one, the Swaran Yoga. That's how I pronounce it. Swaran Yoga. Primarily because it's one of the reasons why I'm here, trying to figure that stuff out.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh, there it is. That's the path. So that is a really good lecture. And in terms of asana, it's the Ardha Matsyendrasana. Because number one, I can't do it. So it's like a goal now to somehow manage to reach that stage. And I love the story behind it. Yeah.
Could you tell a quick version of the story behind it?
So the story is like the inception of yoga is Shiva teaching Parvati, and when he's teaching Parvati, a fish shows up. So he's teaching her in the ocean, and a fish shows up, and the fish learns how to do yoga, and he learns to do it so well that Shiva grants him humanity essentially, and he makes him the lord of the fishes. So he makes the fish into a person, and the position is named after that fish. So it's the Ardha Matsyendrasana, which is the half spinal twist, or Lord of the Fish pose. So that's how it comes from.
How about you, Nitin?
I don't remember actually exactly the name of the lecture, but it was when Gandhar sir explained how dynamic and static yoga, how are they different. It clarified so much for me because I've been looking for like learning yoga for past few years, and most courses or most places I come across, they're all dynamic yoga, and I'm not sure I don't want to do it. I want to stick with this traditional static concept of yoga. That was nice. In terms of asana, and Shavasana is my favorite. So I'll go with that. Lots of benefits.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think I enjoyed the Ayurveda lecture, wherein you get to understand what type you are. It's Vata, Kapha, or Pitta.
Yeah.
So that was fun. And in terms of asana, I am on Asana now. The headstand, I just love that. I'm going to try it again.
Which type of personality are you?
Pitta mostly.
Me too.
Awesome.
Yeah, for me, my favorite lecture was Patanjali Yoga Sutra, the last lecture of Guruji, and all the parts like based on Ashtanga Yoga. I really liked all those lectures. And as asana, my favorite one is Chakrasana, definitely. And the second one is headstand.
Yeah,
Though
you
I'm
have quite a lot many pictures in Chakrasana.
I love those asanas.
And I think my favorite lecture was the history of yoga lecture that Gandhar did. That definitely cleared up a lot of pieces in my mind. And then my favorite pose is probably crocodile, Makarasana, which is great. It's basically the same way that I sleep, just laying down on my face. Awesome. That's everything.
Thanks.
Okay, so can you tell us what year and month this is?
It's February 2023.
Okay, and do you know what batch number you are?
No.
No. Okay. No. Okay, we'll have to list that bit out. I don't know either. So. Normally, after our asanas, we do karma yoga. Yes. So, what are your thoughts on the karma yoga?
Karma yoga. First, I was not expected that we will be doing karma yoga here, and I was surprised. And I even asked Kishan, like smarting before, Kishan, are we going to do that every day? He said, relax, it's okay. Next time you will be sent to kitchen or whatever. By the way, when I was coming here, I said, oh, 1 month long, I won't be cooking at all. And after just wiping, sweeping the floor, mopping in, I said, oh, I wish tomorrow I will be sent to kitchen to choose some vegetables. So I liked it, and I understood the purpose of it, regardless which kind of karma yoga it is. And I'm going to implement this at home with children, with my husband. So I enjoyed this as well. Thanks for a good experience.
Any other thoughts on the karma yoga? What was your favourite job?
I like doing jobs outside, like sweeping, and kind of on a bigger scale, with the bigger, better rooms, I guess. Because the ones in here, you have to just go, bend your back. And I just like to be outside, so that was fine for me. And you could also really see the difference afterwards, so that was nice. And it's just good to experience, like everyone is contributing something to this place and its cleanliness, so it was nice.
And Anna, was there any karma yoga jobs that you didn't like?
I guess sweeping the floor after the third time in the same room, I was, I did it right.
And so,
karma yoga, I used to still do work at home, but I think it was just a different view. It's just like not for your own family, but doing for somebody else, or at least I think that kind of affection. I think I got like, well, you do it, and when somebody looks, oh, you have done really nice. So you can see that value. I think what Gandharji was saying, like oxytocin. I think we could feel that every time. Yes, it was a little bit now and then where you felt like, okay, a little bit sleeping. I've got allergies, but still fine. I think even I'm surprised by myself. Like I did so much sleeping, but didn't have any issues.
And Suzanne, what did you find most difficult during your time here?
What was difficult for me was that I'm not used to being around people all the time, and so just having to be like we shared a room together with two really nice girls here, and which really worked out really well, I felt. But then just from morning till evening, you're constantly in touch, in interaction, and for me that was a bit difficult because I felt like I couldn't really withdraw. But the silence days were really helpful for that, so I could focus a little bit more inwards and on on myself. So that was helpful.
And there's also the opportunity, I believe, to put a silent badge on other days and choose to be
we had to have 4 silence days, so.
And so, Anna, did you have any fears before you came here?
Yeah, I was mostly excited to come, but I think the biggest fear was that there will be no explanation, that it will be too esoteric for me and I won't be able to be open for that. But it was not the case. Everything was really nicely explained and I just enjoyed it.
Excellent. And Suraj, what are you going to take home with you from this?
Well, the list is endless. I think when I start thinking, is like the first thing is the discipline. I'm very much rigorous, as I'm more like Pitta, but still, I think there are lots of things to learn. Doing it in a systematic manner, being more disciplined, especially around the food time. I think that is one of the things. I was not very good at it. Probably that's what I should implement. And lots of I think suggestions which were given by yourself, by Gandharji. I think just to bringing into your day-to-day life. Initially, I was thinking more like yoga is much more related to asana, but I think this changed my view completely. I think there's a lot still to learn, but yes, but taking step by step, trying to implement as much as I can.
And do any of you feel you've changed over the course of a month? What changes maybe you've felt?
I think we will feel the change when we come home, because we are in this environment as everyone, but when we will take this part of environment to home, and then we will feel how much we changed. I'm sure we did.
And yes, Anna, do you feel you may have changed?
Yeah, and I also think I will feel it later. I think my approach with new things maybe will be easier in future, because this was very new and different for me. And but I saw that it went well, and then I could adjust. So I hope this changed me in this.
You changed in any way?
I think I've become aware of some patterns, and that I'm going to just look at a little more in the future. Yeah. And also what you said about the discipline, I also feel like it helps to be disciplined. It's going to be hard on our own, but yeah, it's worth it.
Just to add on that point, what you said is like, especially when you look at it, I think one of the things which I find is like how to react. It was earlier very much spontaneous reaction. Probably that's what I think we try to implement more, like whether it's too happy or too sad. Take it a little bit slower. Think before you react. I think that is the one I think probably I'll try to implement that.
And thinking positive things of everything. This is what I learned.
And there is one thing in ashram rules that I really like, that spirituality is just a discipline of body and mind.
Excellent. Thank you all very much for your time here. Thank you all very much for sharing your thoughts.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Adios.